going to get started. Thank you so much for joining us here on this snowy Tuesday afternoon. My name is Jessica Strauss. I am one of the sales directors here at Pinnacle Financial. I also have Sabrina Billinger on the phone. She is one of our reps for National Care Dental. I'm going to give you a brief overview of who we are as an FMO, how we can support you as an independent or as an agency, and then I will turn it over to Ms. Sabrina. So this is our homepage. Pinnacle itself, we are a national FMO. We specialize in the senior market. We have Medicare products, MedSup, prescription drug plans, and we also have the life products, long-term care, and annuities. We have lots of information on our website, including updates through CMS, compliance issues, marketing, you name it. Just a little about, I'm going to show you our team. So if you are already contracted with us or not yet, our sales team, we're always here, we're always live. You can always get a hold of someone and you can put the face to the name. We have our social medias, our emails, our contacts, everything that you could need, as well as a live map where you're located. If you hover over the state, you could see who the sales directors are available. A lot of us have a good amount of states. So if you take a look and there's someone specific you do want to work with, don't hesitate and do so. So here are some of the people on the team. There's myself down here. If you work with us and I'm not someone you can get a hold of, we definitely have other people. You can piggyback off of Dustin or Raphael or Alicia. We're all here to support you. So some of the resources that we have to offer our agents, like I said, between compliance all the way to marketing, we have a design team, everything possible. So in our toolkit down here, we have steps on if you need for certifications for each of the carriers. We have an AHIP discount right here. If you need to order supplies, we have our link correctly here. Anything with, I said, the CMS recording rules or marketing, we have on here. There's everything that you can imagine in our agent toolkit. And you can not always hesitate to reach out to us as well. We also have any information on CMS's 2025 proposed rule from them, kind of go over how to eliminate the brokerage in regards to support to agents. If you have any questions about this, you can always reach out to us or go to the part on our website for the proposal, and you can go through and kind of digest that information. We also have the enrollment platforms. We're the only FMO in the country to have Connecture and Sunfire free of charge for our agents, as well as the call recording features are implemented on each platform for you. Last but not least, I just kind of want to touch over our creative services. The girls on our team are awesome. They have so much to offer. If you as an agent don't have a logo, we can help you get one created for your charge, as well as then going into an agent website. We can help with brochures, your business cards, you name it. There's nothing that we can't do here at Pinnacle to support you as an agent. So the reason for our call today is we're going to go over some dental products. And like I said, we have Sabrina Billinger on the call. So I'm actually going to turn it over to her now.
All right, guys, thanks for hopping on here. Hope everybody is staying safe. I know the weather's kind of wonky everywhere, but appreciate you taking the time to jump on. Bear with me a little bit. This is a new format for webinar presentations. We also just totally revamped with some new products, so apologize for any ums or kind of clunkiness going through this, but we'll get through it. I am an account executive with NCD. We also have another account executive named Ken. He's not on the call today, but once you're contracted with NCD, you will be assigned an account executive, and we are your dedicated points of contact for whatever you need, whether it's training, you have questions when submitting an application, anything like that. We're happy to help. we want to support, just like Pinnacle does, we want to support you and make sure that you guys feel taken care of by your carrier. So just a quick agenda for the call today. I'm going to go through about 6 things. We'll leave it open for Q&A at the end. If you have any questions,
you can just type your questions in and I can read them aloud and we can go from there on those.
Perfect. All right. So NCD overview, I always like to start our presentations with our mission statement. So NCD exists to improve lives by driving better health, exceptional experience, and spreading the smile. So you, as an agent, should absolutely feel this with each interaction that you have with us, with our agent support team. And on top of that, not only should you feel that, but so should your members. So we have a full member care team, and we'll kind of go through this, the details of those here in a couple of slides. But really, we truly live by this mission statement. We want to make sure that everybody has a positive experience with NCD and make it a valuable carrier to both you and your clients. With our mission statement and those things that I mentioned, again, we have the agent support, member care, and we also have really partnered with a great carrier to build some innovative products. So this is MetLife and VSP are our 2 big carriers. MetLife, of course, has huge brand recognition. Get over to the next screen here. And VSP as well. VSP is the largest vision carrier in the country. MetLife, I believe, is the 2nd largest dental carrier. They're primarily focused on group. So it's really exciting for them to come to us and say, yes, we want to build an individual dental product that can be available to anybody. So just a quick touch point on that intense member focus that we have. Our member care team is staffed 5 days a week, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Central Time. And we also have, if your client calls in or emails in after hours, they'll actually get a response from our VP. So a quick look into that, our member care calls are answered within 15 seconds. So really great speed to answer. Again, we want to take care of these clients as quickly as possible and make sure they have a good experience. We also do outbound dials on all members, over 10,000 calls per month. We're reaching out to each and every member that purchases an NCD plan to say, hey, thanks for joining the NCD family. How can we help you? Can we schedule a dentist appointment for you? Can we find a provider in your area? Do you need help, submitting a claim? How can we help you and make this a really good experience? Similarly, with our agent support team, our speed to answer for phone calls for agents is under 30 seconds, and our email response time is under 2 hours. We also have a text line, which is pretty new, that is answered in under 10 minutes. So really great response times there. Of course, access to your account executives on top of the agent support team. So, training, sales, any questions that you have throughout the entire process, there's somebody here to answer those for you. We also offer really strong commissions. So you'll have to talk to Pinnacle about commission rates and things like that, but our commissions are level for life on all levels. So that means you're going to earn the same amount of commission every single month for the life of the product. There's no drop off in year 2 where you see a lot of carriers, they pay 40% year 1 and then they pay 2% in year 2. We believe it's really important to have that level for life commission for the life of the policy. All right, so why dental? This is a really common sort of misconception when it comes to dental insurance. Agents and even clients believe that, it's probably in their best interest to just pay cash. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about why dental is so important. Before we even get into the coverages or anything like that, one of the biggest things to talk about is the total oral overall health, right? Kind of lacking in your oral health care can lead to a lot of problems down the road. So an increased risk of cancer. So you can see the studies here that poor oral hygiene increases risks of cancer by 24%, 2 times higher chance of high blood pressure, and then other health issues like arthritis, dementia, Alzheimer's. All of those can be linked to oral care. So super important, especially when you're talking to the Medicare demographic. you guys are talking to them about their core health line, right? And I get that's so important, but make sure you're not forgetting about the oral care that plays such a huge factor into some of those long-term diseases. Just want to show you a few quick stats here. So not only is it great for overall healthcare to make sure that you have a dental plan in place that's going to take care of your member, but it's also financially important for members. According to the CDC, over $45 billion is lost in productivity in the United States each year because of unprevented or untreated oral diseases. So we now see, you know, a really clear connection between poor oral hygiene, poor overall health, and potential financial issues for your clients. 60% of adults over 65 are affected by periodontal disease. 90% of adults over 65 have a cavity. And 80% of adults that have unmet dental care needs cite cost as the reason for not receiving care. So the next time you're talking to somebody, I really encourage you to not just ask, hey, do you need a dental policy, right? We want to really dive into, when was the last time you went to the dentist? Did they say that you needed to have some work done? Want to make sure that they get those things taken care of so they don't end up as one of these statistics. All right, now we'll get into what you all are here for. So the product portfolio. We've got a total of 6 dental plans ranging from $750 all the way up to a $10,000 annual maximum. So really great range of products for anybody. And these products are also for anybody of any age. Primary policyholder has to be at least 18. We've got single family or single member, you know, spouse plans, family plans. So really able to cover everybody of any age with these plans here. So the last note here, all of our plans are built on an association chassis. What this means is not only do your clients get a dental plan, they also get this National Wellness and Fitness Association. So this, we'll see premiums here in a few minutes, but the association is kind of like AARP. If you're not familiar with association plans, AARP is the best way to put it. You get AARP, you get some discounts, you get additional products that AARP only offers to their members. Similar to us, it allows us to create kind of a broader pool to offer these really lucrative benefits, not only in dental, but other things as well. So just a few benefits of the NWFA. Big one is telehealth. So 24-hour telehealth, go online, you know, you have strep throat, make an appointment, get seen quickly. Hearing aid discounts is a big one for the over 65 community. There's a bunch of personal discounts, you know, 1-800-Flowers, Safelite, ton of travel discounts on there, as well as some small business discounts as well. So really great kind of bow on top of the dental plan that the member's getting. The association fee is built into the premium that we'll see. So this is something that agents really like to use. Agents that have a lot of success selling NCD will pick out a couple of these and say, you know, you're talking to your member, you haven't talked to them in a few months. How was your summer? How was your winter? I actually had one agent call me, so excited to tell me about this. He was talking to somebody and he was like, or they said that they had recently taken their dog to the vet. And, you know, that's getting expensive, as with everything else kind of in the world. And the agent goes, you know what? There's a pet insurance discount in this association. And so he was already talking to his member about dental insurance, about other health insurance, and was like, hey, you remember you said, you know, about taking your dog to the vet? Here's a dental plan that also includes a discount for pet insurance. So just picking things out that you can tie back to other conversations that you've had with your members is a great way to add value and snag that sale. Getting into the 6 total dental plans that we have. So first we have our core products. It is a $750, a $2,000, and a $10,000 plan. We call those the Value, the Essentials, and the Complete. We also have our newest products. These just launched a couple months ago, called the NCD Elite plans. There's a 1,500, a 3,000, and a 5,000 on here. So for those core plans, the first three, the benefits are what we call graded benefits or stepped up benefits, which means that the basic and major care increase year over year. So preventative, of course, on all plans is covered at 100% day one. That's your exams, your cleanings, those routine x-rays, those kind of things. For the essentials and complete plan, basic care starts at 65% year one, goes to 80% year two, 90% year three. Those are like your panoramic x-rays, your fillings, that kind of stuff. And then major care, which is typically where a lot of plans have a full 1 year waiting period, we do offer 10% coverage day one on the essentials and complete plan. So 10% year one, 50% year two, and then in year three, we actually kind of exceed that industry average of 50%. We go up to 60% co-insurance there. So that's going to be things like, your crowns, your root canals, dentures, and implants. You can see the deductibles here, $50 per year per person on the value in the essentials plan. On the complete plan, we offer a $100 lifetime deductible. You can also see the NWFA level down here. So it is a tiered structure for that. Of course, a $750 plan, that is the cheapest plan, the lowest level of coverage. So it doesn't include kind of all of those bells and whistles. The $750 plan is really great for preventative, somebody who just turned 26, getting insurance on their own for the first time type of situation. This includes 2 exams and 2 cleanings, where the essentials and the complete plan include 3 exams and 3 cleanings per year on top of the additional coverage. Just going to do a quick view here at the New York and Connecticut plans. You will see that it is a little bit different, mostly in terms of major care. New York and Connecticut like to play by their own rules a little bit. So there is 0% coverage for major in year one. Other than that, the stepped up benefits look really similar. And in year two, they're identical to the other states. So a couple of the plan highlights, the graded benefits like we talked about, no waiting period outside of New York and Connecticut, $100 lifetime deductible on that complete plan, and implant coverage. So implants are only included on that $10,000 plan. They're not included on the $2,000 or the $750. So just something to be mindful of there. All right, so for the elite plans, we've got a 1,500, 3,000, and 5,000. This one's really nice and pretty because it's a really traditional look at dental insurance. This is primarily what most carriers out there that you may have worked with in the past, this is what they typically look like in terms of coverages. So for preventative, of course, 100% coverage day one. Basic care is 80% and always 80%. Major care, they do get 10% coverage in year one and then bumps up to 50% in year two and maxes out at that 50%. So just a couple of those highlights, key points here. So consistent benefits over all 3 levels makes it really easy to kind of memorize, but we'll get to the quoting tool here in a second, and that's super easy to use as well. Basic care starts at 80% day one, as opposed to the core plans that start at 65 with that graded benefit. Under these plans, simple extractions are covered under basic care. So that's just going to be your typical extraction where they don't have to, put you under anesthesia or anything like that. Just the simple extraction is going to be covered under basic care. Implants are actually covered on all 3 levels of these plans. So 15, 3, and 5 are all have implant coverage with a 2-year waiting period, but it does still abide by that 50% major care coverage. There's no, or the limit, on the implants are 50% of the annual maximum. So let's say the members in year 3 of their $5,000 plan, they can use up to $2,500 for implant services. So we talked a little bit at the beginning about the MetLife PDP Plus network, or the network that we use for these plans. So this network operates a little bit differently than other carriers and networks that you'll see out on the market. It's all done and managed by MetLife, where some other carriers out there use a third-party network and they use a third-party claims processor. MetLife handles all of this. So with that network, most dentists know of MetLife, they like MetLife, they get paid quickly, so it makes it really easy to find a network provider. Probably the biggest differentiator on the MetLife network is they hold their in-network providers to what's called a negotiated rate, which is typically about 35 to 50% off a normal rate. So for an example, let's say a root canal on average costs $1,500. If you didn't have insurance, you need a root canal, it's going to be $1,500. MetLife holds their providers to $1,000 for a root canal, just for this example. So your member's already saving $500 right off the top. Even if they're getting minimal coverage in year one, they need to have a root canal, they're still getting that network discount. And then the plan pays based off of that network contracted rate. So on the $1,000, your member's in year two getting 50% coverage for a root canal, the plan's going to pay $500. The member can use out-of-network dentists on these plans as well. So if they did go to out-of-network and they got charged $1,500, the plan is still only going to pay $500. So your client's going to be balance billed for that difference, and that's never a good feeling. All right, so lots of options, paralysis of overanalysis, totally get it. Let's look at kind of how to pinpoint which plan you want to direct a client towards. So identify their main dental need. Is it preventative? Is it basic? Do they need to have a couple of fillings and that's really it? Do they just want to make sure that they're getting in routinely for their exams and cleanings? Or do they need some more major work done? Do they need to have a crown? Do they need to have a root canal, or do they need implants? So we're going to kind of show you just a high level overview of how to pick or how to start the conversation in the right direction. So for preventative only, the best options are likely going to be the value plan, which is a $750 annual max, or the essentials plan, which is a $2,000 annual maximum, or the NCD Elite 1500 plan. All of those are covering preventative at 100% and not really, at a $750, $1,500, or $2,000. There's enough there that they have a little bit of coverage in case something else comes up as they're getting those preventative things taken care of. Maybe they do need a filling or something like that. They'll have a little cushion in there to have some extra work done. If you have a member that is primarily needing basic care done, they need to get an updated panoramic x-ray, or they need, to have fillings, things like that, either the 1,500, 3,000, or 5,000 Elite plan. Right? Because when we looked at the coverages, the core plans start at 65% for basic care. The Elite plans start at 80% for basic care. So this is a good option for somebody who knows they just need basic work done and gets that a little bit higher coverage immediately. Next one is, maybe your client needs some major care with no indication of implants. So the 3,000, the 5,000, or the core complete plan are going to be really great for those higher cost procedures. So having one of the higher limit annual maximums is going to be a better option for those members. And of course, they start at 10% coverage year one, getting those network discounts, and then they'll just continue to get more and more coverage as time goes on. Last one, if they come to you and they're like, yep, I need implants like yesterday, immediately go to the complete plan. This is the $10,000 option. No waiting periods on implants, starts day one with that 10% co-insurance right away. So for our VSP vision plan, it's a VSP preferred. VSP also has one kind of standard on their website. It's just VSP. This has some additional bells and whistles in it. So for a single member, this is $21 a month. again, built on an association chassis. So when the member goes in, their wellness exam is going to be a $20 copay, and then the materials are going to be a $25 copay. This means after that $45, they're paying for nothing. Their lenses, they can get every 12 months. That's going to be single vision, line bifocals, or line trifocals. And then they can get frames for those lenses every 24 months. There is an annual allowance of $200 on the frames themselves, but that is typically, in most cases, more than enough to kind of get them squared away. Other big benefit to VSP, they're partnered with some amazing brands, so you're going to see some savings on, your Ray-Bans, your DKNYs, Calvin Kleins, those kinds of frames. They also offer some significant discounts for lens enhancements. So probably the biggest one in the Medicare space is the progressive lenses, which is where they remove the lines from those bifocals and trifocals. Even with insurance, in most cases, that still costs the member about $175 out of pocket. You can do progressives on VSP for a $50 copay. And then a whole slew of discounts on, the additional lens enhancements as well. Change my screen out here. We'll do a quick portal overview. So this is the landing page. Once you guys get contracted, you'll all receive a portal. It's enrollment.ncd.com/a 6-digit agent ID. And all of your contact information will be listed up here. The core plans that we talked about are zip code rated, so we'll just start with that. I'm going to use mine. And I'm looking for dental coverage. Yes. For this example, since vision, there's only one option. We'll just do dental only. We'll do a single member. So then you can see the kind of side-by-side breakdown of the cost and annual maximums. So this is interesting. Because these core plans are zip code rated, they'll fluctuate a little bit. The $2,000 plan will be between $52 and $69. The $10,000 plan will be between $72 and $89. So in this case, in my zip code in particular, the $10,000 plan is the exact same cost as the $5,000 plan. These 3 elite plans are one rate in every state, so the rate won't fluctuate at all. So from here, you would just, you can click view details, kind of get a brief overview of the coverages. Click any of these links to get flyers, one-page brochures, or more detailed brochures as well. So I'm just going to select the plan, click begin application. Actually, I'll go back here. View more about your NWFA benefits. That will take you to the site that shows all of those the association benefits depending upon the policy that you select. So we'll click begin application. And I'm just going to do test to get you through here. 2, 3. All right. So you'll submit here. We can do checking, savings, debit, or credit card. So I'm going to do too many numbers. Do a checking account, submit, and the last screen is just selecting your effective date. So it's always the first of the month. You could do February 1st or March 1st. And then the billing date is always has to be taken prior to the effective date of the policy. So if you wrote a policy today, effective February 1st, you can take payment today, or you could push it all the way out to January 31st. You would just hit confirm, and then you'll get to the final agreement section. As soon as you hit purchase here, your client and you will receive an email. That way, if you've sent this link out for somebody to do a self-enrollment, you're going to get notification of that sale. Right. Get over here. So as mentioned before, like to talk about commissions, level for life. So creating that reoccurring revenue for you is super important. We want to have a long-term partnership between you and your clients, and we really want to build that lifetime enterprise value for your book of business with NCD specifically.
All right, I just wanted to add really quick too, and if this is something you definitely are interested and you want to get contracted, I'm just going to show you my contact information, and then you can certainly give me a call or shoot me an email, whatever you prefer. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Here's my contact info. My extension is going to be 7702, and then my email address is jstrauss@pfsinsurance.com. So I just want to say thank you to everyone for joining this webinar. It was very informative and insightful. So if anyone has any additional questions, reach out to Sabrina, reach out to me or anyone on our sales team, and we would be able to help you out.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful afternoon.